Hey, I hope you're doing really well today. So, for this video, I thought I'll do something very different and something lighthearted, something fun that works for everybody. And especially if you're a mom and you have a job and you're trying to indulge in work life balance and you're trying to ensure your family is eating healthy, trying to put food on the table, we all need hacks. We need food that is quick, fast, tasty, and is fast to cook. So, like me, I am really lazy, which means I love to cook and I love food, but I don't like to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Now, I know they don't go along together, but bear with me. Today, we are going to show three dishes that are equally yummy, and it looks like you have spent hours in the kitchen stirring the pots and making the food. All right, welcome to my kitchen. And the first recipe that we'll cook today is my one of my favorites. It's prawn curry. And the reason it's one of the recipes here today is because it's very fast to make. It is also very yummy and it goes well with kids, with adults, and definitely, you can cook it for your family. You can also cook it when you have guests at home. So, you don't need a lot of time to do it. So, what I'm basically doing is first, I fried the shrimps in a little bit of oil and onion. I put a little bit of cumin or jeera seed as well. And then I take it off and then I put it back, the whole thing again, and I add coconut milk. And among the spices, it's of course salt and jeera powder and a little bit of turmeric and red chili powder. And the last of it, I add a little bit of coconut water, which you can get in the market anyway. Then I add water and I let it simmer for a while. I didn't have coriander at home, so I didn't put it, but usually that's what I'll put at the end of it. So let it simmer for a while, come check that it's done, and then you can take it off and serve it with white rice. The next one today is grilled chicken. And if you are very busy and you don't have a lot of time to even stand and stir the pot, this is what I will usually go for because it doesn't need you to stand in front of the gas or the oven and do it. All I do is sometimes I'll make a big batch of marinade as well and I'll put my chicken and fish and put it in freezers. So when I come home after work every day, I can just bring it up and then put it in the oven. So I'll just put yogurt, jeera powder, and I'll put tandoori chicken masala. You can put it or decide to not put it as well. And then I'll add ginger garlic paste, salt. You can add red chili powder as well. Usually I don't put it just because I have a kid at home. And then you mix it really well. And once it's done, all you have to do is you put the chicken in it and then you let it sit for as long as you want. You can even do it overnight or you can also do it for maybe 30-35 minutes and then your chicken is ready to be cooked. So sometimes I'll make the chicken and the fish with the same sauce. So of course not on the same day, but I'll put again I'll marinate in the same batter and then I'll keep it and then it's equally yummy served with a side of salad or you can even serve it with rice and dal as well. So I'm going to just grease the pan. I did not put any oil in the batter when I made, right? So I'm just going to grease the pan, and the reason I use aluminum foil is because I don't want to clean it up after this, because if it burns in the oven, it's very difficult to get off the grease. So just put the pan, grease a little so it doesn't stick, and then you just place the chicken in the tray, and your oven should be around 450-500 degrees. Preheat the oven, put it in the oven, and then that's it. You can go ahead and do something else. You can put on the rice and the dal at the same time, or you can get yourself a cup of tea or coffee and chill. So the chicken's almost ready. If you want, you can turn it sometimes in between, and that's it. The third recipe, of course, it's hummus. And all you have to do is you have to soak your chickpeas a day ahead, or sometimes I soak it in the morning and then I'll do it in the evening. And then I'll do like 2 or 3 pressure cooker whistles. And then that's it. You just pour the whole thing into your blender, chop a few garlic cloves. If you don't like garlic, you can definitely omit it. You can even put like onions. You can chop them finely and put it as well. So I'll put garlic. Sometimes I'll even put coriander and green chilies. You can adjust the heat accordingly who's going to eat it. So I'm going to chop it like coarsely, very rustic style, put it in the blender. Then I'm going to put some crushed pepper, and then salt, and a little drizzle of olive oil, and that's all you need. So my hummus is a very basic hummus that I keep in the fridge, and then while I use it, I sometimes will top it off with other things. So sometimes I'll put like tomatoes, sometimes I'll put like green bell pepper or capsicum, sometimes I'll even put like red chili flakes. So it depends on what I'm using it for. For me, the freshest batch, or when I make it the same day, I'll use it as a hummus, as a dip. If it goes more than a day, because I make a big batch, what I'll do is I will usually, and in a lot of cases, actually turn it into a sandwich spread, which I will take it for my lunch at work. And all I do is spread it across a piece of bread, and then you can add whatever toppings you would like. Sometimes I'll just put like caramelized onions, sometimes I'll put like tomatoes or green bell peppers, cucumbers, and that's it. And when it's almost like 3-4 days, if I still have it, then all I'm going to do is use it as a curry thickener. And that's about it. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.